first question is, who do you work for and what do you do?
Well, I'm the Chief Executive of the charity formerly known as Age Concern Central Lancashire, but recently rebranded as Regenerage.
So my name is Yvette Holden and I work for CellNet, which stands for Social Enterprise Lancashire Network, and we are a membership organisation that supports social enterprises and other third sector organisations.
I'm the CEO of Heartbeat. It's a charity based in Preston, and we look after people who have heart, vascular or lung problems.
So I work for Dance Syndrome, that's the Northwest Inclusive Dance Charity, and my name's Rachel Kalk and I'm the Community Outreach Manager.
Okay, so I volunteer for a service called File Counselling Service. It's a group of about sort of 12 or 13 of us, and we're all volunteer counsellors. We have a fee policy which is a sliding scale from £5 up. People are on benefits, and then if they earn a bit more, we ask them to pay a bit more. Okay,
so my name's Greg Mitt and I work for a project which is local, and it stands for Locally Organised Communities Across Lancashire 14.
Question is, what does your organisation do?
Okay, so we offer counselling. Last year we did over 800 hours, and it's all volunteers. We have a part-time admin person who is paid, not by our service. We're kind of under the umbrella of the YMCA, although we're not really part of them. So we need to fund ourselves from all the fees that we get.
We provide opportunities for people with learning disabilities in dance to become dance leaders. We provide community workshops and we work with public sector, private sector, schools and colleges to provide training.
So we provide exercise, education, peer support for anybody who has either suffered from heart, vascular or lung problems or is at risk of that. So we're pre and post event.
It's an organisation that was set up, it's funded by the National Lottery for the next 5 years, and it was set up as a response to the development of a manifesto for the VCFSE in Lancashire. It identified over a 2-year engagement period the 9 priorities which the sector nominated as priorities, and it's designed so that rather than sit on the shelf like a lot of reports do after they're produced and the hullabaloo that you have when the report is launched, it's to make sure that we could go from acknowledging what priorities were as a sector to actually working on those priorities, and over 5 years working with all the stakeholders, that's residents, the voluntary community, faith and social enterprise sector itself, and our partners in the public sector and private sector. If we can encourage collaboration around those 9 priorities, hopefully we can make some changes for the better.
For 43 years, we have been supporting older people in the community to live well and age well. We deliver a range of services, primarily now around dementia care, day support, supporting carers of those who are living with dementia. We look after frail elderly people. We're all about activity and keeping people living well and aging well through an active lifestyle. So we have an activity centre at which people can come and do all sorts of exercise activities and socialising activities, and we provide a befriending service that is particularly focused at those experiencing the worst of loneliness and isolation.
So aside from being a membership organisation, we draw funding down and we work as an infrastructure organisation that delivers the funding through delivery partners. So that's what we do in a nutshell.
Why did you come to the VCFSE Assembly?
It's the 3rd time I've come to this. My job is to do outreach and networking. So that's why I come, and to find out more about what's going on with other organisations.
I've been involved with the VCFSE Assembly for a really, really long time now, and the connections that you make here and the people that you speak to, the other charities that you work with, we all want to support each other. And I feel that being a medium-sized charity, we could support maybe some smaller charities, and also learn quite a lot about what some bigger charities are doing and how they're coping and dealing with things at the moment.
Well, I actually sit on the VCFSE Alliance as the social enterprise sector representative, so that's why I come.
It's a charity long established in this neck of the woods, 43 years old this year. We've been playing an important part in providing service and support to the Lancashire community. We're experts in what we do, we're very proud of what we do, and I think that the third sector, including ourselves, have got a huge amount to offer to public health care and to support the NHS in doing what it needs to do.
Supporter of the Assembly since its inception. I think it's a really important body. I think it does bring the sector together, and I think it's achieved a lot in its lifetime so far in terms of particularly negotiating and catching the ear of and working in partnership with the new health structures, and we know that they've got an in-principle agreement with them about how we should work together. So I wanted to support that, and I was also very interested in the workshop today, which was around the state of the sector and whether or not we might proceed and think about how we could produce a report for Lancashire.
What research do you currently do within your organisation?
I mean, I wouldn't call it research. We use what's called a Core 10 questionnaire at the beginning and the end of counselling, and so the hope is that score will decrease, during that period of time. We also have a feedback questionnaire at the end of counselling, where we ask, would you recommend, how was it, what could we do better, that kind of thing. The bit where we're missing is that we get them and put them in a drawer. We need to look at them and work out what are they telling us, what can we change.
Okay, so we're a new project, literally just 6 months old, but research will form an important part of this project because it's about finding out where the gaps of provision, service or VCFS sector support is across Lancashire 14, including Blackpool and Blackburn with Darwin, and then researching, not simply creating a wish list of that there's a gap here and we'd like to have something to fulfill that gap. It's actually about researching, well, what's the results of that gap? Is it perceived? Would it be beneficial to fill that gap? And what's the best model to fill it? So research as we get into the project will form a very important part.
At the moment, we're not doing a lot. In the past, we've done a considerable amount. We pioneered dementia daycare, and that came out through obviously a lot of research around how you could deliver care for people in the community, for people living with dementia. Over the years we've evolved that service, our understanding of that, moving from being about people starting with dementia to those with more enhanced needs. So we're very well expertised in that from a basis of sound research. I am looking for opportunities to be engaged in more research so that we can underpin what we do soundly, with soundly based evidence. I think it's essential that we do that. It helps us to get funding, but it also enables us. We're about innovating, and I'm very keen as a charity that Regenerate is seen as an innovator and is looking for new ways to deliver services, to keep pertinent and to keep relevant to the community as it changes through time.
Never enough, because we're very busy on the ground just delivering what we do. We're quite a small team, there's only 20 staff and we're looking after 1,000 people, so we've got a small team, mostly that are service delivery, and the rest of us are just hammering on with raising funds and doing our general day-to-day work, making sure health and safety is adhered to and things like that.
And would you like access to the health research infrastructure, and if so, why?
Certainly would. Within the sector itself, we've all got different skills and a vast range of skills, but we do need better access to support when it comes to research, how you do it, where you do it, what the ethics of doing it, how do you make it evidential, and also how do you make sure that it identifies what the views of local people are in terms of the priority issues that we're working on.
Actually, yes, we would, because what we do is absolutely fantastic for the people that we work with. And although we know it's fantastic and the people that come to us know it's fantastic, we don't have the capability to do the research around it to prove that. Does that make sense? Because very much we do it, we know it works because everybody tells us it works, but to actually prove that is really difficult for us.
Would I like access? Well, yeah, I mean, I'd like to find out more about it. What would it involve? That's what I would ask.
If so, yeah, well, yes is the short answer to that, and if so, why? For the reasons I've just explained, really. I think we need to keep relevant, and we need to be able to demonstrate that what we do is soundly based, it's proven. I think increasingly, well, we owe that to the people that we're caring for, that we're giving them the right kind of care and support and so on, and that it's meaningful and it is actually going to be working for them. We increasingly, I think, have to do that to funders, to justify, and sponsors and the corporates that support us. You know, businesses, they have to be able to demonstrate to banks for loans and things why they're doing things. I think we owe them that we can prove that what we do is soundly based.